right, so this is it's been a while since I've done these. The last time I did it was September 2023, so almost 2 years. But for various reasons, I'm going to do some LeetCode puzzles here, and I'm starting with a fresh account here. I have another account where I've solved, I don't know, a bunch, 100, 150, I don't know. But this is a fresh account, and I think we're gonna go. I filtered by easy. I sorted by acceptance rate. I feel like that's also a good proxy for easiness, generally speaking. There might be ones people just give up and they look up the answer and it shows a false acceptance, but I think it's a pretty decent proxy for that. And so this might be boring if you are used to these, but we're going to do like an insanely easy one here. And I'm going to do it in Python. I've programmed in a lot of different languages: Java, TypeScript, Go, JavaScript. Python is the one that I use for LeetCode stuff. At least I hope I can use it. It doesn't seem to want to let me use Python. Now, is this a new restriction of the platform where I can't, oh, this is stupid. I want to use Python, man. Oh boy, let's see here. Can't use Python LeetCode. Okay, what is the deal? So here's one 4 months ago. Only Python. Okay. Let's see. This is a bunch of bull crap. Well, I don't understand. Why can I not see Python? JavaScript, TypeScript. Okay. Well, let's look at another one. Display the first three. Oh gosh, they have some SQL stuff in here too. It's all mixed together. Modify columns, add two promises. Well, that's definitely JavaScript. Oh, you know what? I think I understand what's happening here. Someone added a problem and they probably restrict it to certain languages. Because look at this 2703. I'm sure there's a length of arguments passed that's in the low tens or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So I think whomever made this problem restricted the languages. So, okay. Is there anything else we can filter by? So acceptance, difficulty, question ID, last submitted time. I mean, there is question ID too. We could start do the classic stuff here, going from the beginning. Do we want to do that? I don't know. Be nice if we could search for do more than one thing. Oh, look at this. We can filter by language. Oh, cool. Okay. So, well, I apologize for learning this on the fly here, but okay. So we're going to sort by acceptance again. Well, acceptance. There we go. And then we're going to filter difficulty easy. Language is Python 3. So that should help quite a bit. And then there we go. Score of a string. See, I wanted to do something insanely easy. Some of the ASCII values have different adjacent characters. Oh, that is pretty darn easy, actually. It's not like trivial, but it's easy. Divisible and non-divisible sums difference. That sounds really easy. Well, I guess we could do this one. See, again, you're given a string S. The score of a string is defined as the sum of the absolute difference between the ASCII values of adjacent characters. So return the score of S. For example, hello, output 13. So you grab all the ASCII values and you do absolute value, absolute value, absolute value. Okay. That sounds pretty darn easy. I just have to remember, what is the function for is it like CHR? Or I'm trying to remember what the function is. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this one. It's not like utterly trivial like I was hoping for, but let's do this one. So so I do it in this text file here, and then I have what I call this little template thing, because I like to do the estimate the time complexity and the space complexity, just for practice, you know. So let's go ahead and paste the URL in here. And it's just good reference. I can kind of go back to this and see. I also like, after I'm done solving, I'll like ask, I'll either look at the solutions and see like if there's a better one than I did, or ask ChatGPT and be like, hey, is my time complexity here right? You know, just as kind of a double check. But anyway, okay, so let us look at this here. Maybe I can do a plus, well, that's maybe too big. Okay, class solution with a function in it, defining the function as score of string. I always find it funny how they do like kind of the JavaScript style of notation here instead of, I mean, this would be like more Python, I think. Also, I don't know how many people use the type annotation stuff these days. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we've got our string S, and we want to loop through here. And so basically, we're kind of going through. It's like a we're going to do like probably a enumerate. Boy, I'm really rusty. Okay, it's been a long time here. Enumerate, I think, oh boy, I'm trying to remember how to use enumerate, because the enumerate will give us an index and the value of each character. So we want to say enumerate S, or, oh, I'm trying to remember how this works. It's like for I value, well, let's call it make character, assuming that doesn't overlap with any libraries or anything. So like for I character in, well, it's been ages since I've done this. Okay, for I character in enumerate S, and we're going to say, so we want to have, let me think here. So we want to keep track of something outside the loop. We want to say like sum, or we'll just call it score because they're calling it score, I guess, but score equals 0. And then we're going to say, we're going to have like an A and B or whatever, or left and right or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to say, yeah, so if, okay, yeah, if, I think we want to if to guard it against out of bounds exception. So like if I plus 1 is greater than len of S, break. So that'll guard against you know, out of bounds exception type of thing, index out of range exception, whatever it's called. So then we want to say score plus equals, and then I'm trying to remember, is it like abs S, and then again, it's been ages. My syntax is just, plus before this, I did do some programming over the last, like a few months ago, but it was like a lot of JavaScript. Okay, so abs of S, and I believe it's indexed like that, I, and then it's minus. Do they want to do the difference between adjacent? Okay, it's S and then I plus 1. And we know I plus 1 is safe because of the guarding statement above. I think that's it. And then we just return score. Yeah, I think that's the solution. Let me double check. Score equals 0. So for I character in blah, if I plus 1 greater than, let's see, len of S. So we have to think about the off by 1 thing. So let's say like for hello. So the len would be 5. I would be, the final I would be 4. Let's see. So let's say we just processed L plus O. Let's see. What do they do for the final character here? 108 minus 111. So L, yeah. So you don't do anything with O. So once you reach O, so once I is, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So once I is 4, then I plus 1 is 5. Oh, so we actually want plus 1. I mean, it's kind of awkward, but we kind of, because see, if I is 4, I plus 1 is going to be 5, And 5 is not going to be greater than the len of s. So maybe we do it this way. If it's less than or equal to, right? If I plus 1, I just want to make it a little more elegant, like if I plus 1, so that would be 5, is less than or equal to, or how about less than, because less than equal to would make sense because we don't want to do anything with that O. So if I plus 1, so 4 plus 1 is 5. If that's less than 5, then we do stuff. Otherwise, we just go on to the and then it'll naturally break out, right? I think it'll naturally break out, right? Yeah, because we've gotten to the O. I think this will work. Of course, we want to get rid of that junk. Okay, let's, and I can't remember. So if we run it, this will do like the first couple of test cases, because it usually includes a couple of, oh, it wants the thing. It wants the exact name of the function. Okay, cool. So it includes like a couple of simple test cases just to do a sanity check. Uh-oh, I didn't do that right. Minus for string and string. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the whole, I think it's char, isn't it char? I think it's char of these to get that ASCII value. I think it's the char thing. Object cannot be interpreted as an integer. String string object cannot be interpreted as an integer. What is it thinking? Oh, what? Okay. This is where we look it up. Python get ASCII value of a car. Ord. It is wrong. I don't know what car is, but it's ord. I was thinking it was car. It's ordinal. Ordinal. Okay, so now we should compile. Okay, we passed these test cases. Now let's see if we hit submit, does it do all? Because then it'll run through like all the edge cases and stuff. Sweet. Okay. It looks like it works. Oh, this is a new display. I haven't used this site in a while. This is kind of a new display. I always found these numbers were pretty BS, like the memory and the CPU and all that. I don't know if they're still BS, but I know they were at one point, like they were total BS. Okay, so it seems as if we solved it, which is cool. Now, and I don't believe there's any way to optimize this. So let's just go ahead and paste this into our file. And then I like to, like I say, I like to think about the time space complexity. So time complexity, I think it's just O of n. I mean, we have to go through each character in the string. Yeah, I mean, it's just O of n. I don't see what else it would be. As the string grows, it's gonna grow linearly. And then as far as space complexity, I mean, score, I don't think this really counts as just a single integer. It's kind of it's like a constant almost, I want to say. And then I think honestly it's just it's essentially O of 1, I think, right? Because all we're keeping track of now, I don't know if enumerate creates, like, does this create something funky? I mean, it might create, it probably creates a special object. Maybe it's O of n then, if it's creating a new, if it's creating a new object, Python enumerate space complexity. Enumerate does not make a copy of the array. Instead, it returns an object. You iterate over the array. So, oh my gosh, this thing's scrolling around on me. This should be initialization, returning next element, returning all elements. Oh, it's an iterator, so I think it's like a lazy load thing, isn't it? Put the first item and then return this every time it gets called. It's not creating a data structure. So what does that mean? Is it O of 1 then? I'm a little confused. Returning all elements. N times O of 1? I'm a little confused. Yeah, well, it's not duplicating it. So I'm a little confused. We're not returning all elements at once. I think it's like a lazy load kind of thing where it's just grabbing one at a time. It's not creating a new data structure, iterating over the existing list. I think it's O of 1. Now we can, double check that with GPT. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. And then, oh shoot, I kind of want to, got a privacy issue with my GPT. Rats. Let's see, because it's going to show my tabs and crap. Oh, how do I, oh, you know what? I do have a second monitor. Okay. Let me open this on my second monitor first, and then I'll show it to you later. So close sidebar. We're going to use OpenAI's O3. And we're going to say, we're going to paste this code in, and we're going to say, please tell me the time and space complexity for the following solution. Concise answer, please. I'll paste that in. And then I think I can drag this over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, then I want to pass this in. Only fixed size variable beyond the input. Okay, well, according to O3, now this is not like, obviously you take AI with a grain of salt. This is not like some, oracle of perfect truth. But O3 is a pretty smart model. And it's not like it's very complex code. So I think we can more or less trust this. Yeah, so correct. And then we'll say correct. Cool. Now we could look at solutions if we want to. We can go to the solutions tab, and we can say, oh, we can filter now. I don't think you could do this before. Less mem. Okay, what is all this? It looks like they use AI to make this text. Yada yada. Approach. Loop through the string. ASCII values. Okay, so what's your code, bro? In range. Oh, they did it with a range thing. It's otherwise the same as mine, except they use range. Is that more efficient than enumerate? Maybe. Do they talk about enumerate? They don't really mention it here. Anyway, this is a fairly simple problem, so I don't think it can really, I don't think you can optimize it any further. It's O of n. You're not going to, you're not going to get any better than this. That's really, this should be a solution. You might have stylistic differences, but now a lot of people are using range, len s minus 1, which I guess, okay, so it is a little bit nicer because you don't have to do my my if statement if you use range. If you use the range way, it'll automatically account for it. Let me see here. Python range function create a sequence of numbers. So it just creates a sequence of numbers. 0, yeah, so we have our length, which in our, like hello is 5. So we just create the numbers. And then, so for I in range, oh, I see, because it only does, well, see, they're doing a minus 1 here. Len of s is 5, minus 1 is 4. Oh, so it's just creating a sequence of numbers, like a list, I think, essentially. It's just creating a list. So yeah, this is a little tiny bit more elegant. So I'm going to put this, so I like to just jot down stuff. So like here, I'll say this is a little more elegant because we don't have to do the if statement versus my enumerate version. Okay, cool, right on. Well, thanks for watching, if anybody watched this. It's mostly just for me to practice and stuff. But okay, thanks, and see you next time.